So Darla, this episode of Angel is written and directed by Tim Minear. He's my Angel guy, my favorite.
That's right.
Uh, he wrote "Are You Now or Have You Ever Been" this season already, and he's making his directorial debut here with this one.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'd like to see more.
you will.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's hear your thoughts on this one.
Okay. Well, no Kate, no Virginia.
Yeah.
I like to clock that. We do spend time in the Virginia colony, but we don't get any Virginia herself in
Oh
this
my
episode.
God.
Uh,
Pretty good.
so Angel, he's been drawing lots of pictures of Darla.
It sure has. Yeah, and he's still an incredible sketch artist.
Yeah, he really is. They're all their own unique photo. Love it. And Darla, she's really going through it. She's in her hotel room. She smashed all of her mirrors. I thought she was suicidal in that moment. I thought that's why,
Me
but it's
too.
later revealed it's because she just can't stand the sight of herself in the reflection because she's not a
Yeah.
vampire anymore. And yeah, so I thought that was pretty good. Lindsay, by the way, Darla has a line here where she says, "You don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend," and are we? I feel like we might be setting something up there.
What? That he's gay?
Yeah, bisexual.
Maybe. I
He's
don't
not
know.
gay. He clearly has something for Darla, but
Yeah, you fucking went for it in this episode.
maybe he like tries to hit on Angel too. He's like, I know you guys are love each other, but what about we all love each other?
All right, let's keep our eyes open.
And Darla, she says that she and Angel are soulmates.
Soulmates. That's good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So the Virginia colony, 1609. Darla is fucking dying.
Yeah, we're going way back here, 1609. I feel like if someone did like a master edit, like a master edit of like all of the Buffy verse in like fucking chronological
That'd be
order,
cool.
this might be our first scene.
Yo, that's an idea right there.
Yeah.
Wow. Our first scene. So this is as far back as we ever go.
At least to this point.
Okay. Yeah,
We might
seems
go
very
back
early.
further. I think there might be an Anya flashback at one point that goes
Oh,
back deeper than this.
wow. That's pretty crazy. She's been around that long.
Yeah.
But so what's she dying of, Darla? She talks about how she's a whore. Is it like
Yeah.
a STD related?
She has syphilis.
God damn, that's terrible. Sounds like a terrible death. And but she doesn't die because who shows up but our old pal, the Master.
Yeah, wearing some priest robes. You hear his voice at first. Did you clock him?
I did clock him. And then he starts, I feel like
Nice.
he starts going into like an Irish accent a little bit. He tries to like hide it a little bit. Like I'm just a normal Irishman.
Yeah, yeah.
So they got like the same actor back and everything. It was cool. Um he he bites her. He says, I can save you. And he turns her into a vampire.
He sure does. Yeah. So that's the beginning of Darla.
Did she
She
really
says,
like reach out to him for help? How did he know about her?
well, I don't know. Like she didn't reach out to him for help. I mean, he's a priest, right? Or like at least that's how she presents himself. And she says she clearly didn't. She specifically didn't ask for a priest.
Yeah,
Um.
I had questions about that.
So I don't know. What's her name at this point? Don't they say Darla had a name?
I don't think we ever learn it though, do we? Or
They
do
didn't
we?
say it. She says she doesn't remember it.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't write it if we did get it.
Yeah, man, me neither.
I feel like it's cooler if we don't know. If we're like with her.
All right.
Oh. But so there she's bit. And Gunn shows up. He comes up with a great plan. Wolfram and Hart has to be keeping Darla somewhere, housing
No,
her
it's
somewhere.
never said. I looked up the Buffy verse whip wiki or whatever,
Yeah.
and it says her name's unknown slash forgotten.
Okay. Yeah, I like that a
Yeah.
lot more.
Okay.
And he says if we find out where Darla's staying, then we can save her. Pretty seemed like an obvious plan, but great plan.
All right. Yeah, you fucking nailed it.
And they say Angel says that Darla always likes somewhere with a view. And my first thought, why not check Cordelia's place?
Oh my God.
That's pretty good.
That was a
So
good joke.
1760, London.
Yeah.
Dong. That's the Big Ben.
Very good.
So
So,
Darla, she brings Angel to go meet the Master for the very first
yeah.
time.
Yeah, yeah. He
Very
goes,
fun.
So you're supposed to be some kind of master or something?
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm the master, motherfucker. Yeah, that was actually really funny line delivery from Boreanaz. That
Yeah,
was
I
really good.
thought so too.
And he gets inducted into the Orders of Aurelius, which we've talked about in the past.
Yeah, this was the crew that had like the Anointed One and Absalom, some of our old classics. Luke was part of the Order of Aurelius.
That little
Yeah,
boy was named the Anointed One.
yeah,
What was his real name?
Colin.
Colin, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Colin. Man, the Anointed One. I forgot that's the word they used. All right. So, but Angel, he like disses him. He says like, "Yo, this place sucks. Like, why not go up above and live with everybody else? It's pretty nice up there." And so he just flat out leaves. He just like declines the offer. He says, "I'm gonna go up there." And Darla decides to go with him, breaking the master's heart. But he thinks she'll be
yeah.
back, so he lets her live.
Well, he's right, but only because Angel got his soul back, probably.
Yeah,
Um,
you're right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You could see like Darla is so like in love with Angel in this moment. Like she's only eyes for him. I like the moment the master realizes it, like, oh shit, no, I've lost her.
I feel
Yeah,
like you can always feel that Darla loves Angel. I feel like she's amazing at playing that.
yeah, she is
She's
good.
she's really good. She's an underrated performance throughout Buffy. I feel
I
like
agree. I think Julie Benz in general is a pretty underrated TV actor. I do think that she belongs on TV. She found her niche there, but she's really good at it. Everything I've ever seen her in. She really packs a punch.
yeah, I mean I think she's like in the top 5 of all of Buffy and Angel. You can I think Buffy
Darla, you think is a top five Buffyverse character?
I I didn't say mean character, I meant like performance. I would say
Mm.
I would say like Buffy and Spike and like Angel, Wesley, then her.
Wow. Wow, you got Wesley so high already. I like that.
Yeah, I really love Wesley. He's a
Oh,
great actor. He like I love
I agree.
Xander and Willow more, but I think Wesley's better character. Like better, more fleshed out
I think
character.
he brings so much depth and pathos to that character. Like in every scene, like you really feel everything he's going through, even when he's just like falling down and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And but I'm still not with you like best character ever. We're still gonna have to get
Well, no,
some
I
ways
wouldn't
to get
expect
there.
you to be. I don't think I got there until like season 4 or something. So you
Yeah.
got a ways to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Ba Basically Wesley tells Angel that maybe Wolfram and Hart did this all just to distract Angel. Like maybe this is all just a distraction. And it's clearly working, Angel. You're like, you haven't thought about anything in weeks except for this. I still don't really
Sometimes
understand. Yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes I'm watching Angel and I love the Wolfram and Hart scenes so much that I wish it was a whole show.
I don't really feel that.
I don't know what it is with me. For some reason that like high ceilinged corporate intrigue mixed with like supernatural shit like really does it for me. And
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
interesting.
think if I could like choose any spin-off like to do anything, I would pick the Wolfram and Hart spin-off.
Well, is that kind of like Daredevil? Is he a lawyer?
Well, yeah, but he's just a lawyer. Like he's a lawyer in in a
But he
superhero
fights
world.
supernatural shit.
Yeah, 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 for sure. He's a lawyer in a superhero world, which is unique, you know. So he takes like superhero cases. Um, really, to be honest, the more pure version of that is She-Hulk, because She-Hulk
Oh yeah.
specifically like takes cases that are involved in superheroics.
Right. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good call. I never seen that shit that or read that, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I love that you acknowledge like that was a thing you could read at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
So we run into Holland. Manners, is that his name? Still don't really.
Always great to see Holland manners.
Yeah, it is always great. And Lindsay's being a real sweetheart. He tells Holland that Darla is really going through it, so he wants to help her out. But Holland says, "No, no, no. We're gonna accelerate things. We're gonna speed up this entire process, and I'm gonna take her, and you're not gonna see her anymore." So that's sad. What are they gonna do with her? I guess we'll find out, right?
Wait, we're not gonna see who anymore?
He says he's gonna take
Oh, Darla. Right, right.
Darla.
We're ending the project. Right. I forgot. We're at
Well, I don't
that
think we're
part.
ending it yet. We're speeding things up at this point. That's a little later when we end it.
Oh, got it. Okay. Okay.
But he takes her. He says like we're gonna yeah
Sorry. I'm
whatever.
so obsessed with the Wolfram and Hart scenes that I don't pay attention to the threads in them.
Yeah, it's what it's just like all vibes basically.
I guess so. It's a vibe check.
We're in London again, 1880. We go forward
And we see, hey,
120 years.
Logan, Logan, listen
Yeah,
up. Hey, Logan,
yeah,
Logan.
yeah.
They're walking in the street, and a guy
Uh,
like bumps into them, and hey, but if you watch the Buffy episode, that's Spike.
yeah, I think I overreacted earlier when you brought that up because I feel like you were asking like in the Buffy in that moment did I know? And I
Oh,
feel like
not
maybe not.
necessarily. It's just a fun crossover thing.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, but this is a great moment, and but basically the thing is like Drusilla feels all like the third wheel basically, and she's gonna get
Yeah,
her
she needs
own
her own
playmate.
playmate.
Yeah,
Oh, use the word playmate
well, because I think
together.
that's what Angel says. Get
All right,
yourself
I
a
guess.
playmate or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, he does say that. All right.
And they're walking down, and she bumps into William the Bloody, and she looks at him like, "Ooh, I like him." So
Yeah. What a sweet little nerd.
yeah. And so Cordelia had a great plan where she said that she and Darla were sisters. So she learned where Darla was staying.
I actually thought Cordelia. Yeah, well, that honestly was great. That was a great Cordelia moment in this episode. I was gonna say I liked her moment earlier where she said she wanted to drive Angel around with the top down. You can sniff her out, smell Darla.
Cordelia is like she's like a sniper in this episode, basically.
It's true. She doesn't have much to do, but she's great lines. I think Tim Minear writes a really good Cordelia, and so like he's able to just like throw her a couple of great lines amidst all the very serious heavy drama. But
I agree. She
yeah.
says later on, she's like Darla could be sitting on anybody by now. Like she's really
Yeah,
just
that
like
was good
digging into
too.
Angel with
That
every
was
line that
good
she says.
too.
It's
You're
funny.
right.
And so she finds out where they are, and Gunn and Wesley are gonna go to the location, right?
Yeah, nice Gun Wesley mission. Great to see them
I
hanging
guess
out.
Gunn is like he has one line at the beginning, and then every shot Gunn is like in the background. I thought it was pretty weird.
Yeah, he was hanging out on that couch a
He's
lot
on a
this
couch, yeah.
episode. Yeah.
I thought that was a fun shot though, but it was weird. Like, why is Gunn over there on the couch? I don't know.
Yeah, what's he doing over there?
Yeah, join everybody. He's maybe watching the game or something. Maybe there's a game on. Uh,
I don't know. Is there a TV in the Hyperion Hotel anywhere?
yeah, gotta be in rooms. You been to a
I
hotel
don't
without
know.
a TV in the room?
But I guess like the hotel's from 1952 though. But I
Yeah,
guess they said it was open until the 70s. So they must have gotten TVs at some
there
point.
has to be. I guess we haven't seen
Yeah.
him. Angel, he just like lives in a hotel room, right?
Yeah.
That's where he was when Wesley came up earlier.
Yeah, yeah. That was another good line from like the fake Swami last week where he said like he bought a whole hotel like to be alone with all the empty rooms, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Angel's so interesting. I really love
Yeah.
Angel. Um, so Darla and Lindsay ends up like hitting on Darla, and she's like real sad, so he kind of takes advantage of it. But she's kind of in on it, like she knows what she's doing a little bit. I
Oh,
don't know.
I don't feel that this is him taking advantage of it. I think this is him maybe taking advantage of a
I
situation,
mean, she's
but
really sad. Like she's not faking it. She wants Angel to turn her into a vampire at the end. She's like desperate to not feel what she's feeling anymore.
yeah, which I think she wants to feel anything else. So Lindsay might be a distraction. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty dark scene. Although I like Lindsay and I like that he's just like, Jesus Christ, I'm just gonna fuck her. I gotta do it.
Yeah, yeah. She says like, I don't even know what I am, and he's like, I don't care what you are. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
Whatever
But
you are, I'm gonna fuck it.
yeah, I don't care in this moment. I don't really give a shit. But
Yeah.
I thought this was a great Lindsay episode as for the actor. Great acting
Agreed.
in this one. Probably
Agreed.
most
Good.
impressed I've been so far with Lindsay.
Christian Kane.
Yes, shout out to him. And then we go to 1898, Romania.
Yeah.
Angel has been given a soul by that fucking gypsy family, right?
Yeah, we've seen this scene from so many different
Right.
perspectives, but this is the first time we've seen it from Darla's perspective. And I did love the moment where Darla is trying to like bargain with the gypsy. Like, listen, I won't kill your family
And then
if you
Spike.
give Angel if you take Angel's soul back away. And yeah, then you see Spike coming out just belching blood from having murdered his entire family.
Yeah. And then so what do we do now? We just got to kill this guy and then kill everybody else, I guess.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. So Wesley and Gunn, they brought back photos from that apartment, right? and he saw like that she's feels guilty because all the
Right.
mirrors are broken, I guess.
Yeah. And Angel understands it immediately. Because he probably went through that. Like when he first got his soul back, he understands that feeling. He didn't have to look at himself in mirrors, so mirrors didn't bother him as much, but he for sure would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I thought that was a good little clarification. Like I understood because he's still a vampire, but like for people that don't understand, like why is he? I thought that was a good little
Yeah.
quick little clarification there. Another great Cordelia moment. She answers the phone from Darla, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Darla." Like whenever like Angel doesn't want to talk, he's like, I thought he was like out of character mean in that moment. He was like, "Cordelia, stop! I'm
Yeah,
having conversation."
it's for the joke, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But another great Cordelia moment. Underrated Cordelia episode. We're learning, I guess.
Agreed, yeah.
And it ends over the phone. He hears a gunshot. What's that? Who got shot? Turns out nobody, I guess. But so Holland, he's upset with Lindsay, and this is where he says he's gonna terminate the entire project,
Right, meaning kill Darla.
kill Darla. He's like, "What do you mean terminate the project? That's scary. That's a scary word." 1900 China. We've already seen 1900 China, but here we get a little bit more. Angel. So here's my question a little bit. Angel finds them. And then Spike walks up after he killed a Slayer after not seeing Angel for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is his first reaction like, "Oh, I killed one. Now you can kill one a little later on"? Why is it not like, "Hey, Angel, where have you been?" Or why do you still have a soul? Like, why is he not asking any of those
Okay.
questions?
Here, what I think is that Darla is the only one that knows Angel got a soul, and he didn't, and she didn't tell them. Okay, so Angel's come back to Darla at this point and is like, "Listen, I know I have a soul, but I could be part of the gang again. Like, just let me try."
I had that
And
thought, but they're there when she's interrogating the guy. She's not doing it like in secret. It's out in the open. Like,
yeah,
why
but
did
I
you give
mean,
Angel a soul? Take
Spike's
it.
in the Spike's in the back, like eating his family and shit. Like they're distracted in the chaos of
10 feet
what's
away.
going on in Romania. Yeah, but I think they just don't process that. Like their bloodlust is so strong in that moment. But Darla's like
Yeah.
trying to rationalize with this person. Uh, yeah, I think what they're doing at this moment is that Angel had been away for a while. Now he's back. Angel and Darla know he doesn't have that he has a soul. Spike and Drew do not.
Yes. It wasn't like a problem I had, but whenever it came together, I was like, huh, shouldn't they more question like where he's been recently? Like instead of just like talking to him as if
I don't think
they
they're
saw
seeing
each other
him
that
for the.
morning.
I don't think they're seeing him for the first time here.
They see him around every few weeks.
No, hadn't he come back? Like, hasn't he been around for like a couple days at this point or something?
Oh, maybe. I just know he shows up to Darla pleading with her, like, please take me back. I
Yeah,
love
I
you.
think he's like newly back with
So
them,
like from
but
that moment on, it'd been a few days.
I think he's probably at least like spent a little time with Spike and Drew
I do
between
see
then
these
and
flashbacks are apart. The moment where he sees Darla for the first time, but it's
yeah,
still, it's like the, I thought it was like the same night though. But I mean, you could be right. It wasn't a problem I had. I want to clarify. So Angel is about to hang Lindsay in a parking garage.
yeah, it sure is.
That's crazy. And he learns where Darla's staying, and he goes there. But first, before that happens, we go back to China, 1900 China. Angel runs into that family, doesn't kill them, and then the whole thing where he runs into everybody else, and Spike jumps off a bucket again.
Yeah, pretty cool shot again. Let's just pop it in this one too.
I wish that could be the outro. Spike jumping on the bucket. So yeah, and Darla, she wants him to like prove that he's capable, right?
Yeah.
Like prove that he's worthy of being with her again.
Oh yeah. Prove that he still has that like heart of darkness, that he can still do this shit even with that soul infection. But he fucking can't. He sees a baby. He's like, I gotta save his fucking baby.
Well, it seemed crazy for her to immediately go to a baby.
Hmm.
Like even like the worst vampire might not want to kill a baby. Why not just have him kill somebody in front of you? I don't know. Seemed like a
Yeah,
big
but I'm sure
extreme.
Angelus had killed a lot of babies in his day. He used to love babies. So if he can't kill this baby, then I mean
No,
he used to kill babies mad cash.
listen. There's the part David Gordon Green's Halloween movie where Michael Myers is walking through a house and he passes a baby and he doesn't kill it. And I remember thinking in that moment, I wish he killed the baby. And if Michael Myers doesn't kill a baby, Angel doesn't kill a baby.
I think
That's my take.
Angelus is worse than Michael Myers.
Do you really?
Yeah,
They both have no soul, I guess. I
yeah,
don't know.
the
I,
blackest eyes.
like a doll's eyes. Is that that or Jaws? I always forget which one's which. No, I think it's it's the devil's eyes. I think like a doll's eyes is Jaws. I think it's the
Doll's
devil's
eyes
eyes.
is Jaw, yeah.
Yeah, that
Jaws. Jaw.
Jaw.
I called it Jaw. I like Jaw.
Jaw.
Make a prequel, call it Jaw.
There's a basketball player, Ja Morant. It's a movie about
I
him.
Jeez. It's Jaw. All
Oh
right.
man. All right, so Darla gets dumped out of the van by like a white van by those guys. Angel shows up, beats him up, saves Darla. I don't think he kills those guys, thankfully. He just beats them up a
No.
little bit,
And
scares
this
them off.
was on purpose. This was the plan by Wolfram and Hart. Get her with Angel. Fuck him up.
Yes.
Distract him.
But we don't know that yet. Don't spoil people. Yeah, that was actually a cool reveal. I was like, oh, this is a great episode. Like it really all fucking came together in that moment. So Lindsay, they're looking at the security footage, and turns out that guy didn't die. I guess this is where we learned that everything. So the security guard's alive, didn't die. It was all fake, and it was all just a plan to get Darla and Angel together. And I love they were like he's like we had to go through the extremes because we had to make it believable. I like that from Holland. It is
Yeah.
true.
But I mean, I feel bad for Lindsay in that moment. Lindsay gets kicked around by this law firm so much.
Yeah, it's really not fair.
Yeah, this handless motherfucker.
Where's Lila?
Yeah, we haven't seen her since Untouched. Is that right?
We haven't seen her in a while, I feel like.
She'll be back.
Yeah. By the way, is there anything to Lindsay, Lila, Lee all having L? What's up with that?
By the way, all having LM. They all have last names starting with M as well. Lee Mercer, Lila
Lila
Morgan,
Morgan.
and Lindsay McDonald.
What is
Um,
that? It has
yeah,
to be something.
it was something that was speculated about for years and it never really came to anything, to be honest.
Was I feel like it was just like maybe an inside joke, like somebody whoever came up with the names was like dating somebody with those initials or something. Maybe it was like something that little.
I actually thought maybe it might have been setting up a mystery and they just didn't know the answer to it and they never came up with anything satisfying, so they didn't follow through on it.
Yeah. It's not like important enough that you have to, but it's a
No.
weird coincidence, I
Yeah.
guess. So there we go. Darla, she goes back with Angel, right? And she tells him she wants to be a vampire, but he says no.
Yeah.
And then we see the part with the
What a
baby
jerk.
where he doesn't kill the baby. I like it when he jumps out the window. That was cool. And I like how it was no sound. Like we're seeing like him talking in the previous scene, and then we see him
Yeah, I
jump through the
liked
window.
that too.
Great moment. And Darla runs off. And I have a question. If Darla's goal is to just to be turning back into a vampire, like she keeps talking about this whole episode, like I can't take this thumping in my chest anymore. What's going to stop her from asking the first vampire she sees to turn her into a vampire?
I don't know, bro. Where's she going at the end of this episode?
Yeah, I guess my main
Maybe to
question
do
is,
that.
will Darla be a vampire next time we see her? That's a big thread.
Yep, it
Who knows
sure
what's gonna
is.
happen? So, but I'm gonna give it 4. You
This
can go 5
episode.
if you want.
I'll go 5. Yeah, why not? I'll just give this crossover a 5.
I love it.
Who,
I do think this is probably the best 2 weeks we've had, or two
yeah.
episodes
Are
we've
you gonna
had.
give your MVP to Darla?
I am gonna give my MVP
Yeah,
to
me
Darla,
too.
and my
Who's your...
LVP. I'm gonna go with that dad, the gypsy father.
Oh, I thought you said Dag at first. I was
Oh
like,
no, no,
that's
no!
pretty, you know, he was just airing on the same night.
I would
Seems
never. David
mean.
Allen Chappelle.
David Allen Chappelle.
That was wild.
Yeah. LVP. All right, I'm looking
Tough
at the.
LVP this episode, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I can't go anyone at Wolfram and
You
Hart.
can go that guy who got fake shot, maybe.
The security guard.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, he was pretty good actually.
Yeah, so I went with the gypsy dad. I feel like he
Oh,
kind of
that's who
did
you
feel
went
out of
with. I
place.
like that. That's who I'm gonna go with. The Gypsy Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he let his family die. That sucks.
yeah. That scene's not great. It's sort of made better by Spike in the background.
Yeah, Spike's burp is the best part.
Yeah, yeah. All
So,
right.
where do we rank it? What we rank first?
Yeah.
On Buffy's Angels, we call it Rankin, though, because of Steve
Kevin
and what's his
Rankin.
face,
Yeah, because
Kevin,
it's
Steve and
Stephen
Kevin.
Kevin Rankin from season 5, episode 6 of Buffy.
I love that I'm gonna get all the jokes. No, all the great Buffy jokes. All right, so I put it number 4 out of 29. I put it between the
Wow.
Prodigal and Dear Boy.
Dear boy. All right, what's my list?
From the top down,
Yeah.
Are You Now or Have You Ever Been? 5 by 5, Dear Boy, Sanctuary, To
You can
Shenshu in
put this
LA.
right there, right there. Just pop it at number
Between Dear Boy and Sanctuary, or 5 by 5 and Dear Boy.
5 by 5 and Dear Boy.
Wow, so you have it 3 and I had it at 4.
Yeah.
These
Okay.
were all top 10 episodes for both of us. That fucking is awesome. I'm not sure
Yeah.
that's ever happened.
Big week. All
Yeah.
right. Next week,
Well,
right?
let's read from
Or
the Patreon.
Patreon. Pay Josh.
Oh, I don't even have it pulled up. What am I doing? Terrible job by me. All right. So Josh Merlis says about Buffy, not sure where I got that idea last week about Spike's chip. I was sure that it was strongly implied, either on Buffy or on the podcast, that it detected his intentions more than anything else. That's true, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to Google it though because I'm worried about spoilers. That's how I feel a lot of the time. Update. I wrote that before watching this episode. Now Spike just said something about the chip reading his intent. Oh, okay, okay. Anyway, Spike is great in all his iterations, even the Wesley version. What?
The Wesley version?
Anyway, Spike is great in all his iterations, even the Wesley version. Like a nerd type character, I guess, is what he means.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, that must be it. What an episode. Cool to see the vampire crew all together. I'm surprised at how circumspect Angelus is, even without a soul. Does that mean like
Circumspect.
jealous? Circumspect? Does that mean like
Yeah.
jealous, pissed off?
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask when we're gonna
Well,
finally.
just suspicious.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard that word, circumspect. Thanks, Josh, teaching me a new word. I guess it's not that hard to do. I've been meaning to ask when we're finally gonna see what that chaos demon about that chaos demon, and here we go. Yeah, that was an awesome moment.
I
Hey,
think
did
he
he have a
maybe
name?
means introspective.
Sure. Is that not a word, circumspect?
It
He says
is,
it
but
in the
it
next
doesn't
thing
really
too. I
make
see it here.
but what would be weird about him being circumspect as a vampire? Like introspective. That for me would be what's weird.
Dictionary says wary and unwilling to take risks. Maybe he was like wary of Spike.
I guess.
I don't know. Angel. Lindsay is a comedy genius. I kind of get. He thinks Lindsay's really
Yeah,
funny, and
he finds Lindsay super funny.
and I do too. I do think he has like funny like little twitches and stuff. Not maybe not twitch like little funny little like moments. But I don't know if I really understand this. I feel like I want to. But Lindsay being
Well,
a
I
I
get
think he's
he's
kind
sort
of
of
more
like
sad. Like more
he
sad
looks like
guy.
a himbo, but
That's what's funny about
yeah,
his look.
no, I get it. Like his hair mixed with his like wooden hand. There's a lot of silly shit about Lindsay,
I forgot about his wooden
but
hand. We haven't seen that in a
we
couple
have
episodes.
he had it in this one,
I didn't
but
see it. I mean, I assume he did, but I didn't see
I
it.
saw it when he was kissing her. I was like, there,
Did he have it on
silver
her
bullet.
face? That would be amazing.
I don't remember, maybe.
Imagine touching someone's face while you're kissing with a fake hand. Oh my god.
Hey, there's
Uh,
someone on the Traders UK wants to get a fake hand.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Lindsay's a comedy genius. He's in a shot for 2 frames, and before he opens his mouth, I'm on the floor. Oh, Angel did have a soul when he was being circumspect or introspective. Nice
I don't.
job. Can't Darla just go down to some corner store vampire and get sired by Rando? Yeah, probably. She probably could.
Yeah.
Can you get sired again?
Well, she'd have to be, right? She's
It's like
human. I
when
guess
women
you
are
could
like,
be
"I'm a
reason.
newborn virgin." You ever hear that?
Right? She is like that.
Uh, so yeah, I do think that that's a possibility. But I do want to say, by the way, I think this is an amazing storyline for the last season of Angel. Like we're so early on in Angel that I'm not sure if Angel and Darla are gonna end up together. But I think this is the perfect way to set up like in the final season of Angel if you wanted that to happen where they both get a soul and they end up happy together. I think
All
that's a
right.
great ending to the show. But we're doing it in season 2, so that scares me a little bit. But when I was watching it, I was
Interesting.
like, I really love this. Like if we were leading to the end of the show right now, I'd be so on board.
Okay.
But we're in season 2.
I sort of always feel that way about Angel. Like I feel like every Angel's always in its last season.
Yeah, that's how they play it, I think,
Yeah.
more than Buffy. They're not really sure. So they put it all out there, and it kind of
Yeah,
makes for a
yeah.
better show a little bit.
I'm sorry with you.
They're shooting from the
Um,
hip. I love it.
okay. And what does
So
he say about Angel?
that's what he said about Angel, about
Oh, okay.
Lindsay, and about
Right, right,
Darla.
right, right. All right. So next week on the show, episode 8 of Buffy is called Shadow.
Oh, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, the Shadow knows. And the Angel episode is called The Shroud of Ramon.
I don't know what that means. I don't know who Ramon is.
Yeah, nor do I. So
I guess
I
we'll meet
guess
him.
we'll just figure out next week what's
I
going
think it's a
on with that.
man Darla knew between Angel, like between past and now.
I think we take a week off from the Darla storyline and then we'll be back to it the following
Maybe
week.
Kate. Kate has a boyfriend.
Could be.
I hope so.
All
She
right.
needs something going on. She needs to get over her dead father
Yeah, it'd be nice to see her like just fucking
on a
chilling.
date. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's Buffy and Angel, Shadow and the Shroud of Ramon next week. And thanks for listening to this wonderful crossover.